302, I'm Jackie Ferris. If it's October, that means one thing, and that's the Sea Witch Festival. We've got a pirate ship, we've got some Rough Riders, and we're gonna toss some broomsticks. Stay tuned, the 302 is flying your way. Hey 302, if it's October in Rehoboth, it can only mean one thing, and that is the Sea Witch Festival. Everybody looks forward to it every year, and we always look forward to talking to our good friend, Carol Everhart with the Rehoboth Beach, Dewey Beach Chamber of Commerce. Carol, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, what have you got in your hands?
Well, you know, Sea Witch also comes with multiple games, and especially for kids and families. This one is a broom toss, so they have a number on them.
Nice.
And we line them up in age groups. Hundreds of kids do this. So everybody under 5 line up here. They get their broom. The one that tosses it the furthest gets bragging rights and a special ribbon.
A special ribbon, yeah. Awesome.
And everybody gets a ribbon for every single game that they're in. So it might be Sea Witch Hunter, it might be a broom tosser. When they leave, they have a whole chest full of ribbons.
That's nice, yeah. That's nice. So in addition to the kids' games, there's a lot more for families to do. There
is. You know, people love everything from the actual Sea Witch Hunt, which is for families. You don't know where she's at, she's invisible. First one in with the right guess is the winner, and it's a cash prize. We have the horse parade. We have the dog parade on Sunday. That is tremendously popular.
Now, do people dress their dogs up?
Oh yes, hundreds of dogs. I think we had 400 and some dogs last year. So we start at one end of the boardwalk, you can go to the entire end of the boardwalk, come around First Street, and then back here.
Oh, good. They're all like in costume.
They're all in costume, and we bring them up on stage and give them a little round of applause and special treats.
Sure, sure. Now you mentioned the Sea Witch Hunt. How does that work?
Well, you can sign up right after the parade. You can sign up. They get a list of clues with addresses. So in other words, you can go to this address and pick up the clue, this address and pick up the clue. That helps the business, and it makes it more fun because you're seeing everything, maybe places you haven't been on the side streets, Wilmington, Baltimore, those types of streets. And they gather their clues. You're never going to see her, so you really have to put those clues together. And whoever wins that, that's a cash prize.
So that's like a fun little scavenger hunt for families, but I hear it can get pretty competitive.
It is competitive. We have people that have actually won a couple years in a row. They test me on these clues every year. It gets harder and harder to come up with something that they're not going to figure it out. And with the Google, that's really making it difficult. So I can give them a clue, and they're really looking to put that all together. They do it in teams. So it may be a neighborhood that comes in. And they actually team up. You go over to this area, you go over to this area. They meet at the restaurant, sit down, put the clues together, take their best guess.
So while a lot of people are trying to do this as fast as they can, for the casual Sea Witch hunter, it's an opportunity to kind of see the different areas of Rehoboth, right?
Exactly. Now this area will be filled with vendors. We have both food, art, and children's activities. Then we also expanded into Convention Hall this year, so there would be artisans up there. There's all kinds of little things, for face painting, balloon twisting, a lot of music. This bandstand runs from Friday night to late Saturday afternoon.
And what kind of music are we talking about?
Everything.
Okay.
It has a little bit of everything. 80s, a lot of 80s, a lot of rock, some country, some jazz. So we try to, appeal to everyone. What can we offer that somebody out there is going to really think this is cool? So it's fun.
I'm sure it's feel-good music, no matter what genre it is.
Oh, it's all feel-good music. It's all feel-good music.
Now you mentioned the arts, the artisans and things. There'd be all kinds of booths. There's a really strong art scene here. Is this a way to kind of showcase that as well?
We have had places like the Art League involved. We try to mix it up so that we have fine art, as well as the crafter, so that there's a variety. Again, this festival draws over 200,000 people over the 2 days.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry, over the 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you have to have variety in what you're offering to keep them coming and keep changing it. They love the horses on the beach. They love the food. They love the atmosphere. It's the trick or treat at night. All of those things just put together. So there's over 100 activities. Some of the stores do activities right in their business. And that just keeps it, Disney's thing. Disney has given more than they can possibly do.
Sure.
That's what we try to do.
Definitely. Now, if somebody wants to know about the various events so they can plan their 3-day weekend here, where do they go and what do they look at?
Well, they want to go to beach-fun.com. That's our chamber website. Click into Sea Witch, and there's pictures from past years, there's videos, there's pretty much anything you'd want to know about it. We put the program right on the website, and they can actually, as it's confirmed, gets highlighted. It's just a whole weekend of fun. The parade is the highlight.
Sure.
So that parade, the avenue is totally closed off. It's fenced for crowd control, and we take up to 60 floats.
Wow.
And we have thousands of walkers.
Now, what time is that parade?
Well, we suggest you get into town really early. The parade will step off at 11 o'clock.
On the dot.
On the dot.
So there's a parade, there's food, of course, there's fun, there's everything you could possibly want for a great weekend for the family.
There is.
Right here in Rehoboth.
There is. And the balloons, we have the Macy's Day balloons in the parade.
Oh, really?
Our businesses sponsor that. So they're big floats, big balloons, big good time.
Thank you so much, Carol, for
You're
joining
welcome.
us.
You're welcome.
We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Kevin at the Stitch House Brewery on Market Street. I love the 302.
Welcome back. We're talking about the Sea Witch Festival and all the things you can do and see. One of the most popular attractions are the Maryland Rough Riders. They do a drill with horses on the beach, and we're here with Dale and Terry to talk a little bit more about it. Thank you for joining us, Dale.
Thank you for having us.
So tell us a little bit more about this drill on the beach.
We do a drill on the beach. It's to patriotic music. It lasts about 20 minutes, and we've been doing it maybe 12 years down here.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of fun. I have 8 or 10 riders, and what else there?
This is a lot of fun. Now, Terry, what kind of horses are we talking about?
We are talking mainly about Western quarter horses or gaited horses.
And what kind of, I guess you have to practice. There are moves, it's not just riding a horse on the beach. There's a choreography to this, to music.
Yes. We do it to 911 music, all patriotic music. And we've been doing it for years, and Chamber of Commerce has always invited us back to please the people.
Sure, horses are a huge draw. People love them
Yes.
so much. Terry, how does it make you feel whenever you're out there and you see those smiling faces?
It's, I'll tell you, once we come up the beach and they start and we get lined up and ready to go in, once that patriotic music starts and the horses start entering the beach, it's like you're in a whole different world.
Oh, I can imagine. I know that you said there's 8 or 10 of you guys.
It used to be 20 or so, but our group is getting smaller. We're all getting older.
Now, you go to other events. It's not just the Sea Witch Festival.
We do a lot of parades. We've been to Washington, D.C., Cherry Blossom, and we was invited to Thanksgiving parade in Philadelphia, but can't get enough to go. We do a lot of trail rides.
Sure.
Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania, North Carolina.
Now, what kind of horsemanship is this? I know you have different types of skill and in the craft, in the sport of horse riding.
We just do it to have fun and be safe.
Now, do you practice throughout the year?
Maybe a month before we come down here.
Now, what goes into practicing?
Practice the drill and sometimes we change some things and just everyday routine, you know.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever comes natural, that's what we do.
Sure. Now, what are some of the moves that you guys do whenever you're on the beach?
We do the figure
Specifically,
eight,
yeah, we do the figure eight.
and just whatever we can think of. You know.
What is it we refer to when we do? Oh, we do the pinwheel. We
Pinwheel.
do a spiral.
Okay. And what are those? Describe how those work.
Well, with the spiral, we split up and then we come back together and we start making a circle. So we have horses going one way and then horses going the other. So you see the spiral developing. And as far as the pinwheel, we all line up in the center, coming together, and then we try to keep the horses all in line and make a 180-degree angle and continue it around. So we usually go 360 plus 180.
Sure. Now, these are the horses that you guys ride on a daily basis?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about your horse.
My horse is 18 years old. He's good. He carries a flag. Terry's horse is 12. He carries a flag. And
That's
you have
cool. So the name of your horse?
Thunder.
Thunder. Okay. This sounds like a horse from a Western movie. You're not a Western fan, are you, by any chance?
Oh, yeah,
Must
a little
be.
bit.
Yeah. And Terry, what's the name of your horse?
Boone.
Boone. Okay. As in Daniel Boone or Pat?
Pat.
Pat Boone. Are you a Pat Boone fan?
That's good.
People like Pat Boone. So there are a bunch of folks that are going to come out. And I know that if they want to find out more, all they have to do is go to the Rehoboth Beach and Dewey Beach page and check out the Sea Witch Festival. But what would you like folks to know about this year's performance?
We just have a good time. Everybody has a good time.
Well, that's just the way you got to live your life,
Yep.
right? So in addition to putting smiles on people's faces, you have a smile on your face as well.
Yes.
Dale, Terry, thank you so much for joining us. I know there are so many people who are going to be looking forward to the Maryland Rough Riders. Now tell me, when is your performance on the beach going to be?
The last weekend in October.
Last weekend in October. So you guys typically after the parade?
Saturday and Sunday at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. So
Right.
Saturday and Sunday for the Sea Witch Festival, 4 o'clock. Thank you very much for joining us. We're looking forward to seeing your performance on the beach.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And we'll be
for
right
having
back.
us.
You're welcome. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm George with Candlelight Theater. We're having fun on the 302.
Welcome back. We're talking about the Sea Witch Festival. And of course, one of the biggest draws is the parade. And there are all kinds of floats, but there's one that stands out from the entire crowd, and that is the pirate ship. And we're talking to the folks who create this marvel every single year. We're joined by Beth and by Donnie. Thank you very much for joining us. Tell us, how did this whole thing get started?
Well, we've been coming to the parade for years, and one year we just decided we want to be in this parade. We're going to do this. So with my brother's help, he's a builder, so we built a pirate ship, and it just went from there.
Now, originally you guys did something Ghostbusters
Yeah, so the
themed.
year before we did a Ghostbuster. I think we did it a week before the parade. We put together a float on a trailer, put it together very quickly.
Your daughter wanted to do it, and you guys wanted to pull a wagon. I was like, no,
Yeah,
no. We're not doing that. We got to do something a little bit better. And then it turned out okay. But then we saw some of the competition, and we were like, okay, we need to step up our game. So we did the pirate ship, and
Because we
it
didn't
turned out
win
really
a prize.
And it's all
It
about
was all
winning a
about
prize.
winning a prize.
good. And the children, too.
Yeah, and joy for kids. Yeah, that's a good one. No, so the first year you put it together, something happened. What happened the first year?
So in 2011, we put the boat together, and there was a nor'easter in Rehoboth, so the parade got canceled. So all that work, and we have this big pirate ship, costumes, we're ready to go, and the day before we got notification that it's not, anybody's fault, it was the weather, Mother Nature. So parade got canceled, and we submitted a picture to the Chamber of Commerce, because again, we wanted a prize. So submitted the picture. Carol called and she just loved our float, which is amazing. So she asked us if we could preserve it for future years. And of course we said yes, but we really couldn't. So we had to disassemble that whole float. And the next year we put together a better, improved ship. And we've been doing it every year since 2012.
Now the man behind the float
man
would
behind.
be you. So tell me, what goes into this? How do you make this thing?
I didn't have a plan. I just had two older people, my parents, that put a lot of late nights into it, and we just built it as we went. We just put it together with some scrap materials from job sites, and turned out pretty decent. They were a little bit stressed out about how big it was, but we just put it together and everybody likes it, so we take it from there.
So
Yeah,
how big is it?
I think it's about 35 feet long, and we had no plan. We just kind of sculpted it and put it together, and then everybody came in with the family and decorated it.
Now has it changed over the years?
I think they add a few
Yes.
details to it.
Every year we embellish it. We come up with new props, we touch up the paint, we fix the anchors. I think if you look at the pictures from the beginning to last year, there's been a lot of embellishing over the years.
Yeah, because you guys have been out this going on 9 years, right?
Yes.
So I would imagine a lot of you had little kids that watched that are now helping.
Absolutely. I have a 24-year-old who has been watching, I think the parade is on is it 30 years? 30 years. So she's 24. We've been bringing her since she was a baby.
So talk to me a little bit about, the family tradition that this has grown into.
It pulls the family together. It's fun. Everybody gets together, and everybody has different things going on, so not everybody can participate every year. But throughout the years, we've built it, we've come together and, embellished it and decorated it. And then the morning of, everybody's getting their costumes ready, and we get our pirates on. We're ready to go. It's a lot of fun. And my mom and dad are key to this. They love doing this, and I think seeing everybody come together and do this as a family, it's just become a real tradition. It's just really fun.
Sure. So talk to me about getting your pirate on. How does this happen?
I just keep my fingers crossed that we'll make it down the road and around the turn, and after that, it's all smooth sailing.
Has there ever been a mishap where maybe something fell off or something broke?
No, but it's completely homemade. So it's not like a normal trailer. It's just all made from just like house materials and almost like a buggy and carriage. So the fact that we make it down the road and we're safe and everybody enjoys it is a huge plus.
Now, is there a special place in the parade that you're going to be this year?
They usually put us in the front to lead it off. Maybe they have like a marching band in front of us or something. But
they typically have a business of the year and then us as the grand marshals. So that's pretty exciting for our family. We've been a part of this parade for years watching, and now we're the grand marshals of the parade. So that's really exciting.
It's got to be pretty.
It is. And then what's really fun is to see the people's faces in the crowd. When the ship comes down the street, everybody is just like in awe. Like they're taking pictures and they're like, wow, and look at that. And I think they see some of the changes that we do over the years. So I think that's what's really cool, is watching the crowd react to us.
Yeah, and every year people talk about, I got to go to the parade. It's the one thing that families do every single year. And so their family kind of blends with yours to like a whole community vibe over a pirate ship.
Yes.
It's a ship and it's a whole parade. It's just a big community thing that everybody loves.
All right. Well, Beth, Donnie, thank you very much for joining us, and good luck this year with the changes. We're looking for good weather. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back. that'll do it for this edition of the 302. I'm Jackie Ferris. If you want more information on the Sea Witch Festival, be sure to go to beach-fun.com. We leave you now with a cool sight on the beach. Until next time, we'll see you on the 302.